Hey everybody, it's Michael here from Legacy Beverage Center in Loganville, Georgia. This time around I'm stopping here at Bedlam Vodka. And I have...
Scott Russ,
who is...
just a guy. My family recipe. I was at one point the head distiller until I turned it over to Shane McCurdy, who is now our head distiller.
Excellent. So Scott, tell me more about how did you come up with Bedlam?
So it was a family recipe. During the Great Famine in Ireland, my family was looking for some other grain that they could use to make spirits because it was very important to the culture. It's sort of a family thing that everybody did. And they stumbled upon a source of rice out of Southern Europe, and so they decided to bring some rice in and start making the spirits that they used daily life out of the rice. And they ended up leaving Ireland and brought that recipe to the United States. Didn't really do much with it. My grandfather told me about it about 15 years ago, and I was given an opportunity to resurrect that recipe and bring Bedlam back to life about 2 years ago.
Excellent. So where does the name Bedlam actually come from?
So the actual term Bedlam is an English word that is a derivative of Bedlam, which was a hospital or a psychiatric ward in London, and there was a massive riot. And so people had started to shorten the term Bedlam into Bedlam, and then Bedlam became known as sort of anarchy or chaos. But as it applies to us, there was a little tiny village in County Donegal in Ireland, and it's called Gortahork. And there was a massive riot in Gortahork during the Great Famine when the English landowners tried to force the farmers out of their homes and off their land because they couldn't afford to pay the taxes. So during this great massive uprising, this became known as the Bedlam Riot. And there's a little part of Gortahork that is still referred to as Bedlam. And we took the name from that. My family had some connection to that area, so we just love the area. We love the name, and it kind of reflects what Bedlam is doing in the spirits industry. It's a little bit of chaos. It's a rice-based Irish vodka, so it's kind of coming out of left field.
Excellent. So tell me about your distillery here in Durham, North Carolina.
Sure. So we are the largest grain-to-glass distillery in North Carolina. We've got about 20,000 feet of operating space. We currently operate a 2,000 liter and a 5,000 liter still, both of which are designed by a company out of the Netherlands. They're the only stills of this design in the world, and so we operate those as our primary stills. And we take in rice from an awesome co-op of farmers in Arkansas. So all of our rice is non-GMO, American-grown rice. We bring that in giant 2,000-pound bags, and we dump it into our mash tuns. Our mash tuns were actually manufactured in Missouri, and mash that down. We ferment them in our big stainless steel fermentation tanks, and we transfer it to the still. We distill that twice because anything distilled more than twice really is just marketing. And then once it's distilled, we proof it down. We filter it once to kind of take some of the vanilla and the sweetness out, and then we bottle it here in the facility. So it's all basically, it's a bonded facility. It's a true bonded distillery. So we do everything from mash all the way to bottling here in this still.
Excellent. So tell me, what makes Bedlam stand apart from all the other vodkas in the area? Like, what makes you guys the top one that we should go and pick?
So I think first and foremost, it's the grain. There aren't any other distilleries, or there aren't any other vodkas being made with rice. And in addition to that, I think that it's really the drinking experience. It's very smooth. It's unlike really any other vodkas. Vodkas tend to be harsh, antiseptic, without any personality. And it doesn't have to be that way. So Bedlam really kind of sets itself apart, first and foremost, because of the grain we use, but also because it has some personality. It has a slightly sweet start. It's got a very well-rounded middle. The finish is very smooth. It's a vodka for basically everybody, vodka fans and not vodka fans.
Okay. So I heard through the grapevine the other day, you guys actually won an award the other day. So
Yeah,
tell me about that.
We won a couple of awards the last 60 days or so. We did pick up a gold medal at the San Francisco International Spirits Competition, which we're very thankful for. We also then turned around and got a double gold and best in show in the category of vodka at the Stuttgart International. And we were also selected by Liquorista as one of the top 10 vodkas of 2018 in the world.
Awesome.
Pretty thrilled about that.
Another reason why we should drink you, definitely.
Absolutely.
So everybody at home's been asking about it because they've been seeing the posters. So tell us about this bar fight that we've been seeing posters everywhere about.
So Bar Fight is a competition that we have sponsored, and it's open to bartenders in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. And the idea is to really encourage people to come up with the best Bedlam cocktail that you can come up with, because it is an unusual vodka, and it fits in categories other than just vodka, or it certainly can replace other spirits in a cocktail. We wanted to encourage bartenders, professional bartenders, to really put their skills to the test, to come up with a great cocktail. And the overall grand prize is $10,000. So if you're out there, I don't know how much time we got left. I think the deadline for submissions is tomorrow, depending on when this airs. But yeah, so it's an opportunity for people to really kind of flex their muscles, but it's also for the benefit of Make-A-Wish in Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina as well. So we're very dedicated to the Make-A-Wish organization here in North Carolina, and we wanted to kind of spread the love a little bit. So any of the ticket sales for the live event, all the proceeds for the ticket sales would go to Make-A-Wish. Excellent.
And probably the last question I got to ask is, where do you see your company, where do you see you guys going in the future? Like, what do you have in store for us?
So obviously the vodka, obviously Bedlam. We have some ideas that we're toying around with. Some of them are in a barrel. Those might be released very soon. But I don't know, just wherever the spirit takes us.
Excellent. Well, this will be another distillery I'll be coming to visiting very soon. Come and see how the progress is going. You'll be having your tasting room open soon,
Yes.
Hopefully. And
The tasting room opens hopefully in about 6 to 8 weeks.
Okay.
So we will be doing tours, and we'll have on-site sales for commemorative bottles if you come and do a tour.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to say to our audience here before we leave?
Thanks for the support. We love you guys.
Awesome. Well, guys, this is Michael from Legacy Beverage Center in Loganville, Georgia. It's another one of my stops for the series of Traveling Booze. So we're leaving Bedlam here. We're going to head back to Georgia. And again, thank you again for having us here. And oh, he's pouring himself another one. So here we go.
Stuff.
That's how we do it in North Carolina.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yes, it is. Cilantro.
Sláinte.